Hey everyone, my name is Ash Shukla, and I like to say namaste and welcome to today's live. Today we're talking about tarot card reading, life path, and chakras. My friends, if you like our stream, go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you so much for joining. I want to tell you right off the bat that we love you. And today, I'm here. I'm honored to have a guest, Catherine Workman, and she is a specialist, a spiritual healer, and she's a specialist in tarot card reading, and she's going to talk about life path numbers. See, the thing is that life, people say life is a mystery, but the question is it, or is it, or what if you can make it so that life is actually predictable? My friends, I come from India and in 1989, and before I came, like I'm so you like everything that we do is based on numbers. Like as Indians, when we celebrate something, when we are doing weddings, when we everything is based on our rituals are based on numbers and different things. So today, as I bring in Catherine, and as I'm talking to her about some numbers, and we were talking this morning, and we were talking about tarot card reading a little bit, and we were also talking about some numbers. And she's like, I can actually do some numbers. I said that's a fantastic idea. And since I do chakras, I figured it would be a great live. And if you like it, go here at the bottom and give us a like, share, comment, and be sure to subscribe. Okay. So with that in mind, I want to thank you, Catherine, for being here. Right. Really appreciate you.
You're very,
So I'm sorry.
you're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay. All right. So with that being said, Catherine, is that one of the things I want to start discussing is people always wonder, like, is it is life really a mystery, right? So when you because you do the study of numbers and you are talking about that, so let's start there as a can you give people some education on what is study of numbers? I mean, and take it from there.
Okay. So, numbers is a frequency. Every number has a frequency attached to it, and every frequency have a meaning. And so, when we break down those numbers, we're able to grasp what it is, the message that we need to get from the number communication. Example, angel numbers, numerology, things like that. It all means something. And so I help my clients and I help people to just break that down so like life paths. I help them to be able to break down the numbers in their birthday, in their birth chart. And we break that to turn their birthday into a math problem. And then at the end of that math problem, you receive one number. And then that number is associated with your life path and what it is that you're meant to do in that lifetime. And it explains the strength, weaknesses, compatibilities. It explains character traits. It explains all type of things like that. And it just helps people to grasp more of who they are and what path they should go. So it's really cool, you know. And a lot of, you're left understanding that life isn't this mystery, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, what I find is that between when you take a look at numbers of your life and when you take a look at your chakras, actually there's a pretty big correlation there as well. And what I find with chakras, like as we are discussing that today, the chakras are this energetic centers in your body, and they are wheels in their chakra. The word itself means wheel, right? So it's and they go in a round motion, and there's energies around you and things like that are going on. Now these energy centers basically drive the energies inside of you, around you, and inside, up and down all the time. And so those of you who don't know about chakras, these are like a specific epicenters in your body that actually governs or controls your energy flow. And your energy flow is how you do, like in my new book Financial Chakras, this is one of the things I've written is like, how do you like, what if there was a way for you to understand your flow, right? Because it's important. So think about it. You know numbers, right? Which is what we're talking about today with Catherine, and you understand chakras and you understand financial chakras. Right now, we can combine everything together and we can make your life go, like in a smooth fashion, financially in a so much better way. So, so numbers are important, chakras are important, and we're going to do something else for you today that's going to absolutely blow you away. Okay, so as we are going to be also talking about everything that we are doing, so let's talk about for a minute, Catherine, about why are numbers so important in people's lives.
Numbers are important because, for one, angel numbers, which is every number is a frequency, and angel numbers are connected to angel communication, and that's a very enlightening and comforting thing when you understand that we all see numbers. We all are. You can ask anybody and say, well, what number do you see on a daily basis? What number jumps out to you? What number do you usually see when you're driving in the car or when you look at your phone? What repetitive numbers, are you noticing? And oftentimes everybody will say, oh, I notice. We'll say, some people say 1111. We'll do this because we know that these numbers are popular. They're seen. So 1111. We'll say 222, 333, 555, things like that. And they're all angel communication. And this is how our Creator aligned us to let us know that we're not here by ourselves. We are being guided. And when we actually understand what that number means, then it gives us comfort. Like, okay, all right, I see how this resonates with me during this time. And it's important to understand what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're thinking about at that time when you see those numbers. And it makes all the difference in the world when you actually know, when you're enlightened on what's going on, and then you can follow that path. And you can also get like gratitude in that moment, like, oh, okay, I notice I'm seeing a number right now, and I know I'm not alone, and it's really cool. It's really
Yeah,
cool, yeah.
yeah. And we have a guest here today, and her name is Stacy. Stacy, so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you. Okay, for joining us today. And by the way, if you want to, if we would love it if you go here at the bottom and like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Financial Chakras. You find Ash Shukla, and you'll find Financial Chakras there. Okay, so my friends, as I'm talking to you and I'm discussing some things with you, right? As I'm talking to you and having conversation about this particular, like what's interesting about this is that, Catherine, as you're mentioning, that you see numbers, and you see numbers based on who you are as a human being, based on your birth and based on where you come from and things like that, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so how would somebody really know what their number is?
So you say you see a number, okay, and you see fives. Let's just say fives. Five resonates with the number of change. So when you continuously see 5 or 55 or 555, then you'll know that the more that the number is duplicated, then that means that the frequency is heightened, right? So 5 is the number of change. So if you see 55, you can expect a change coming. If you see, you automatically know a change is coming. If you see 555, there's a drastic change that's coming. That's this, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad change. It just means that there is a drastic change that's coming into your life, and to prepare for it. Now, it's really important to understand what you're thinking about at the time that you see that number, who you're with, where you're going through in your life in that moment. And you're like, okay. And then once you start to acknowledge those frequencies, and it's like tapping into it, doing personal research. I provide literature with it, but also just doing personal research of breaking down the numbers in yourself and seeing how they resonate with you. Everyone sees numbers. It's just about if you paying attention to it or not. And the more you pay attention to it and you give acknowledgement to it, the more it makes sense, right?
Mm.
It may not make sense right now. So, for example, for someone that's born on May 3rd, 1953, right? You'll break the birthday down into a math problem. So it will be 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 3. And then that will, let's actually break that down.
So if you did the numbers and you, so basically you can take your birth chart and
Yeah,
you can break the numbers down and turn it into a math problem.
right.
If you understand that, you understand exactly what your life path is like when you are understanding that in a clarity, right? Much more deeper
Absolutely.
clarity.
Absolutely. And so that would be 28. So then we'll break that down. We'll say life path 28. Okay. So then so if you have duplicate numbers, then you'll actually take those numbers. So you'll do 2 plus 8. Okay. And
Hmm.
then that would be 10. Okay. And
Hmm.
so you'll do 1 plus 0. You break it down until you get the 1. You get one number. And then that one number is your life path number. And then what you do is, you can do research on it. You'll say life path number 1, and you'll understand that it resonates with a leader. Life path number 1 is resonate with a strong leadership role. Okay, so then if you are a person that has a strong personality, a person that wants to work for yourself, then it will start to make sense. And then you'll also be able to break down your strengths and weaknesses based off of the report that you get from your life path number. And then also people who you are most compatible with, personalities that you're most compatible with, the jobs that you've had in your past, it will make sense. You know, how you respond to people emotionally, it will make sense. And so it's all about knowing that. And usually, oftentimes, when I share, that's like the first piece of information that I share with everybody, because we all want to know, the blueprint to our life, right? We're all trying to figure it out. So we're all trying to know the blueprint to our life. And so when you break down the life path numbers, oftentimes it's like an eye opener, like, oh, okay, I get it. And then from that, a person is definitely intrigued to dig deeper into their life path number so they can understand more of themselves, and they can just come bring it together a little bit more. So it's so cool. I really love it. And that's like the first thing that I teach, because it helps a person to move along. If you're having issues with anger management, like literally everything that we deal with in our day-to-day lives, our life path help us to understand more about ourselves.
I love that idea. So let me ask you one question. So then, when we are taking a look at the life path and life path numbers, right?
Yes.
We are having more guests here. So let me just make sure that we are recognizing our guests. We have let's see who else is here today. We definitely have Stacy here today. We have Mark. Hey Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. And we are having other people join. So as they join and comment and share and things of that nature, we have Richard here. Hey Richard, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. So by the way, guys, listen, you're here and watching this right now. I'm having conversation with Catherine Workman. It's such an interesting conversation because we're talking about numbers, right? So we're talking about tarot card. How about Balbir? Thank you so much, Balbir, for joining. Really appreciate you being here. So we're talking about your life path, right? Tarot card reading, life path, and chakra. So we're going to combine it all together. It's going to get really interesting, extremely fast, because I'm going to bring it all together in a minute. Okay. So as Catherine is telling you guys, that your life path number is based on your see, we do this we call kundali, like when we are born, in Indian tradition, when we are born, date of the birth, when date of when you're born, place of birth, and the time you're born, right? That determines your entire life path in a very big way. Those of you who don't know how to do it, just contact me and I'll show you where to uh, make your kundali. But more importantly, Catherine can help you then understand, once you understand your numbers, and then we can draw out your entire life path. Okay. So with that in mind, I wanted to like just discuss a little bit further, Catherine, as we are talking about this, right? So, tarot card reading and life path numbers, how are they correlated together?
Well, like I say, everything is frequency, right?
Absolutely.
Everything is frequency. Everything is a storyteller. Everything is connected. And like even with your life path, it helps you to break down what stones, like what metaphysical products help you to align yourself. Like for example, with chakras, right? So when you break down your life path number, you're able to understand who you are. So then healing stones that can assist you with aligning your chakras and aligning yourself, you're also able to get that information as well. So it's all understanding your birth chart, your makeup, from when you're born. And so I have cards here. We can do a energy read, and
Yeah,
we can see what energies come out, and then we see what story is told, and we can just go from there, from the personality or whatever the story that comes out of the cards. Let's just see.
yeah. Let's see that. Let's see. I think I can't wait to see this for sure. I would love that. Okay.
So I have four different decks. This is a light worker deck. So light workers are pretty much what it is that you have, your spiritual service, right? What it is that you come to do, and that's pretty much like connected with your life path as well. And then we have the earth magic deck. So these are going to clarify. Just have we have an affirmation deck and we have the angel deck. So we're going to start with the light worker deck because that's pretty much like starting with your life path number. Okay, so let's just see what energies come out.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
and by the way, guys, if you are here and you like this stream so far, go here at the bottom, give me a like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Would love, love, love to have you there. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are doing a tarot card reading, and we are going to get you a life path of that person who is about to get pulled up, and this may be you. Who knows, right?
Absolutely.
So this may be you. Okay,
And
and those of you who like that, just let me know. Like, go here at the bottom and let me know. We'll love that. And if you're watching live, give me a live. If you're watching replay, make sure you tell us it's a replay. Okay. That way we know when you're watching. We want to thank you. Those of you who are coming on live streams, that I'm doing, and all my videos. I love going back and commenting on it and making sure that I thank you guys. Right, thanking you guys for being here and really really appreciate it because and so. But thank you guys for being here. As Catherine is concentrating, I wanted to let you know that we are spiritually bringing in the perfect energy for you, right? So tarot card, we're talking about tarot card reading, life path, and chakras. This little secret only on financial chakras, my friends. This only on Ash's channel. You find this little secret, okay? Everything else you find it, other places, but here it's a little secret, and I'm gonna show you how you can bring it all together to make money. Okay, if you're really struggling, I'll show you in a minute. But stay tuned with us. And if you're watching us live, we would love some comments, from you guys. We have Balbir here, we are having Kevin Giles here. We have a few other people who are jumping in. We have Fernando here. We have a few people here. So thank you guys for joining today. Really appreciate you.
absolutely.
And if you're watching live, go ahead and write down the word live. And what I can do is I can actually pull up a really nice something. MP. Oops. And what I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna pull up something that will help you get aligned, properly. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we can do here. If this is the right music or not, I am not so sure. Um, of you who are joining us, I want to let you know so that what we are doing here is actually really exciting, and we are having some fun here, and we're about to draw some cards. And look, guys, as you guys are joining, you this might be you. Let's see. Are you ready, Catherine?
Yes.
To pull up some amazing cards. Let's see what we got here. Okay, ready? So let's talk about it. Before you pull up the card, right? I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but tarot card reading, many people think is just, you're just drawing a whole bunch of cards. So whether you know it or not, tarot card reading is about 85% accuracy when it comes to telling you about what's going to happen. So when tarot card readers, when they're really good, they can get a lot closer to like 100% in terms of accuracy. So don't take that for granted. For I know that a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know do tarot card reading, and you'll be surprised how accurate the some of the predictions are. So tarot card reading is they have different decks, right? So like, can we talk about some decks?
Yes. So let's talk about the deck. This is Angel deck, right?
Angel deck, okay.
This is a breakdown of the names and the messages from angels and archangels. Okay,
Okay.
and since I'm spiritual coaching, everything is spirituality with me, right? Angel numbers are angel communication. So this deck, I also have a deck that is that I use. It's full of quotes and affirmations. This is
Mhm.
my light worker deck. Pretty much it helps us, like if you can see, this is earth healing, right? So this
Mhm.
deck helps us to break down what it is that we're meant to do, messages along the way. Okay, a tarot deck is pretty much the fool's journey. So each aspect of our life, in terms of money, in terms of emotion, in terms of communication, a tarot deck actually helps us to break down a fool's journey from the beginning to where we're going, right? The leap of faith throughout the way. This is a earth magic deck, which it just breaks down things like the full moon, completion when it comes to like love, okay, shaman and healing, things like following your instincts and radiation, so it's there are so many different decks that's out here. We have romance decks for people who wants to get a grips on their love life and just to understand love languages, things like that. So it's decks for everything.
Mm.
We have a message up now. Okay,
Okay.
first part
Great.
come out is paradigm shift, right?
Okay.
And that's on the number on the card is associated with number 4, right? The From the Earth Magic deck, we have shape shifting, which come out. So pretty much they mean the same thing. There means that there is a turn of events. There's something behind the scenes that is unfolding. There's a change in effect, right? And so when we go to understanding what the frequency of number 4 is, 4 is associated with patience and organization and loyalty and trust, and pretty much this helps us to understand just by here that it's a change in effect and it's dealing with organization and being patient throughout that change. Because when we look at the clouds, we know that the clouds are in motion all the time. But we also know that it's in motion slowly, right? Slowly and gradually. Okay, same with a paradigm shift. Shifts take place gradually. Okay, and so to get more of this story, we will pull more cards. Okay,
I
so
love it. I love it. I love it. So there's actually story being built as we are talking.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
and like, look, listen. If you're looking for paradigm shift, you want to go ahead and watch this stream. Go here at the bottom. Give me a like, give me a share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, my friend. Today we're talking about paradigm shift. Like, who in here would love a paradigm shift, right? I mean, I want a paradigm shift. Like, I want that. 2021. Welcome, 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 welcome. Please come on down. We are ready for you, right? We are ready for you, 2021. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
And the funny thing is, another card that comes out is earth healing, right?
Oh.
Earth magic. Okay. So when we talk about the paradigm shift, we talk about things changing, we're moving into a more a world where we're understanding that we need to become more aligned, right? We,
Hmm.
we need to establish ourselves and go back to to the drawing board of being humans and understanding what it is, because we all meant to, we all have a healing gift. We all do, you know, and that's what life paths and aligning with your chakras, because it all coincides together to help us to align with who we truly are, so that we can fulfill what it is that we're here to do. And so we all have these abilities. And so I love it. I love it so much that these cards come out, because it shows that we're in a paradigm shift to a world full of healing. You know, healers are in right now, because we have a lot of work to do. It's a lot going on in this world, and we all can contribute in our own way of healing. And I look at that in many different aspects, like what you and I do, for example. Also, I think it's so amazing with people that have green thumbs, for people that can like grow um, plants and you know, have like these huge gardens. I think that's so amazing. I think that that is a healing gift, you know, because you can do so much with that. And so it's just so amazing. I do want to pull um, a quote, a meditation or affirmation for this energy here, to just, you know, let's see what comes out.
Whoop, whoop. We are learning some important things today. Those of you who are watching us today, we are having some fun with Catherine. We are having a great time here. You know,
Yeah.
it is so much. There is so much healing, guys. That's necessary right now in the world. The healing, the journey we are taking. It is absolutely important. The world itself needs to get aligned. You know, after this pandemic, we need to get aligned. There's a shift taking place. There's a definite shift taking place, and I'm sure if you're feeling it right down here, I am feeling it. Okay, I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
But go ahead.
We have a quote, we have an affirmation that comes out, and the affirmation says, I choose to not worry about things I can't control. Okay.
I choose to not worry about things I cannot control.
Absolutely. And so as the shift happens, you know, we tend to worry about where we're going, where we're headed, what we needed to do, what we haven't done. We can't worry about that. We have to move forward. We have to surrender to the change that's taking place, right? And then the number 4, which is this, it associates with patience. Okay, that's what this affirmation is. You can't control, so you have to learn how to gravitate to that patience, find that patience inside of you, and you know, and just allow things to unfold as they should, as they may. And let's get one more, you know, just for fun. Let's get one more.
One more. Okay.
Okay. So another one is, this is a quote, and it says, this is a quote to meditate on, and it says, there is nothing to trust in seeking happiness from outside. You will only become exhausted from suffering, which is without satisfaction and without end.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay? Does that
That's
make sense?
amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah. And you know what? And at the bottom of the deck, I am enough.
I am enough. I like that. I am enough.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. You know, so guys, you're seeing here today firsthand between correlation between tarot card, life path, and chakra. So what I'm here to tell you guys is that as I've discovered, you know, as you look at like everything that Catherine is talking about, right? When we look at the universe, right, is no longer a mystery, my friends. It's basically, you have to understand that once you understand the correlations of everything is interrelated. My message to you is that know that everything is for there for a purpose. You know, you are put on here for a purpose. You are here to make a difference. You are here with your hidden superpower. The question is, what is that, right? And you know, so as I'm talking to Catherine, as we are having this conversation, right? So when you apply when you apply these strategies, when you apply the techniques that have been ancient, but it's proven. See, ancient, everything in ancient Vedas, back in when it was written up in 2000 to 1500 BC, it's based on literally science, science of numbers, science of the science of science, right? So when you take a look at like the world, the sound of the sun is om. And actually, if you go to NASA, not if you just do a YouTube video, just say, NASA sound of sun, right? Om. And when you type that in and you listen to the sound of the sun, is actually om. So how did rishis in long, long thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago knew that the sound of sun is om? When you take a look at numerology, astrology, when you take a look at kundali, when you look at your energies, everything is interrelated, guys. See, everything is related with you and who you are as a human being, and how you make a difference in the world, and how you bring in the energy of money in your life. But we have to take the time to understand that, because if you don't, then at the end you will feel like a ship without a rudder, right? You are going out of control, and part of the reasoning is because you haven't taken the time to understand who you are. Like I talk about, chakras, right? So when you take a look at chakras, if you don't understand your epicenter, who you are and where you come from, it is very hard to go forward. Because until you discover who you are, like everything else is dragging you down. And if you understand who you are and make it stronger, right, now you can start pulling everything up. And I'll give you a perfect example. Right now I'm growing my, one of the things, that my financial chakras book will come out soon. So those of you who are interested, by the way, in getting the book, all you have to do is just let me know, and I'll put you on a list. Okay, when it comes out, I can let you know. That's all. Okay. So that being said, as the book is coming out, one of the things that I'm looking to do is grow my numbers. And to grow my numbers, and I'm pushing right now. I am pushing. I was talking to my team this morning, and they're like telling me, Ash, you are pushing. Like the way I've pushed for last 20 days. I mean, I've done, probably I'm ahead of the game. What would normally take a person almost 6 months to a year, I've accomplished that in 20 days. So when you understand numbers, right, as I'm moving this forward, I know my strength. My strength is live stream. My strength is interviews. My strength is communication. My strength, these are my strengths, right? My question to you is, what are your strengths? Have you even stopped and thought about what are your strengths? Right? You give yourself, look at your strengths and make them in a numerical order. What's your strength? And then you look at, okay, what are your weaknesses? When you start taking a look at life in a different way, like that movie Vantage Point, where you saw one blast, from a different angle, right? So when you look at your life in the same manner, you get to start changing the way things are happening, the life events. You understand what you're born with, right? Meaning from a life path design, from chakras, from tarot card reading. Once you start understanding that, now you can take it straight and narrow and take it straightforward, because now you know what you're good at, and you can really start applying that in attracting money, in attracting, making your life better, in making everything in the right way. And we are having some technical difficulties today. I don't know why the lights are flickering, but it's perfectly fine. Okay. So, but that being said, my friends, I'm here to let you know that when you are watching this, as you're watching this right now, right, I want you to just stop and think about it. You pull yourself up with your strengths. Forget about your weaknesses. Yes, I'm not saying ignore them, but pull yourself up with strengths and make sure your strengths are at the utmost possible way, that you're the most strong in those. And as you make them stronger and you make them firmer, then the other, and you start working on your weaknesses second. What most people do is they will start focusing on their weaknesses first, and stop that, because focusing on weaknesses will nothing but drag you down, make you depressed. get into states that you don't need to get into. But most importantly, if you understand your life path, you understood your tarot cards, you understood chakras, you understand how these things work, you will have a better, more spiritual awakening, and you'll begin to take path that's made for you. So with that in mind, I want to just thank, Catherine, for being here today as we are talking about this subject matter. Guys, listen, your life is not a mystery. You just have to design it in the right way. People say you have to design your life, right? But what if you're born with a design? Hmm, interesting thought, right? What if you're born with the design that you are supposed to have anyways? What if you found out what that design looks like? Like, for instance, you have a picture of a house in your mind. Picture of a house in your mind is a pre-made design in your mind. Just like that, universe blessed you with a pre-made design. And that's what, tarot card reading, when you talk about, especially with the life path, the study of numerology, right? Study of kundali. And not, I'm not talking about kundalini, but kundali, right? And it's different. If you don't understand, no problem. Write down the word kundali, and I'll be happy to share some different context with you on that. Okay, but chakras, right? When you understand these things in a better way, you can begin to come to bring it all together and make your life in a better way, make your life a good path. Because listen, if you know the path, can you walk on it? Will it make it simpler? And if the answer to that is yes, then we need to really think about this for a second, and we need to give it a at least a second look, right? You may not know about chakras. You may not know about. You may think tarot card is just some woo woo things, right? But see, what if woo woo was you? You could be the woo woo because you didn't take the time to understand what other people are talking about. Just because you don't understand it's something, that does not mean it's not true. It just means that you don't know, right? So you have two choices: you be ignorant, or get in the known zone and really change your life and change your destiny. Choice is yours, right? As I come to conclusion, I want to thank you guys for being here, for very much to my channel. Go here at the bottom, like, share, comment, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I highly appreciate that. I want to tell you guys I love you a lot. Catherine, do we have last words here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, and then just keep in mind that everything with Ash said, and the affirmation that came out last is "I am enough," and say that affirmation to yourself: "I am enough," because you are. We are enough, and it's just and like you said, not to focus on the weaknesses, but focus on the strength, because our weaknesses can be a catalyst for our growth, right? So it's just all in alignment. So I absolutely love the way you just summarized everything. That was so perfect.
Thank you. I think we need to end with this affirmation together. Okay, those of you who are here and you want to join me, please join me. And me and Catherine, we're gonna do this affirmation. I am enough, and we're gonna build it up, and so that way, it'll be exciting. Okay, it'll be something different that no other channel does, only on Ash Shukla channel. So welcome here. So go ahead. Let's ready, Catherine?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
You do great breath work. You do great breath work. I think just a little bit of breath work with affirmation would be perfect for everybody.
Okay, that's perfect. We can absolutely do the breath work.
Okay.
I don't have any problem in that whatsoever.
Okay.
Let me pull up my things here,
Okay.
so we can get some breath work going.
Nice.
So those of you who are joining, right, I want to let you know that as I'm talking to you here, and as we are discussing different things with Catherine, look, guys, as we are coming to conclusion, I know I get excited about a lot of these things that I talk about, right? And but I'm here to tell you that this can and will change your life. Once you understand these things, that nothing is a mystery, once you understand that, you can really really change your life. Okay, you change your life in a way that you never thought possible. Okay, you just have to believe in who you are. You have to believe in that the universe made you for a purpose, and universe has got your back. Okay, universe got your back. Okay, so with that in mind, let's end with a meditation, and then we'll do our affirmation of the day. I am enough. Okay, ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, everyone, I want you to please sit down, sit straight, and close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath and let it go. We are going to pray to the universe. Hey, universe, thank you for giving us everything we are born with. Thank you for giving us the gift of numbers. Thank you for giving us Kundali. Thank you for letting us born in a particular time and a date and a place so we can predict our future at a time. God, thank you so much as we come to you. Universe, thank you so much as we are coming together and we are helping each other change our lives. Thank you for making me born or helping me born and come to the planet Earth so that we can make a difference, and not only in human beings, but we can make a difference in the life of everything around us, including animals, trees, and birds, and anything else that's living creatures. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you, universe. Thank you, all of you, for being here. I love you a lot. Okay. Namaste. Take a deep breath and release all the anger, all the hatred, all the anguish that you have in your life. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Catherine. Really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, so guys, we're gonna end with one thing: is I am enough. I believe that we all need to say this, that I am enough. Let's start there because it will help you get grounded, and grounding it with your root chakra or your Mula Adhar chakra is very important. Grounding is so important. Grounding in every chakra is important. So let's ground by saying I am enough, because that vibration internally will be paramount. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start that. Me and Catherine, we're gonna say I am enough. Ready? Go for it.
I am enough.
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 And I am enough. And I want you to know that you, my friends who are joining us, are enough.
Yes.
You are enough to make a change in a positive way into the universe.
Yes.
With that in mind, my name is Ash Shukla. Go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Namaste, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.